to say and discuss. Some of you are going to disagree and not like what I have to say. Keep in mind, I am not talking about the small percentage of our people who has done all they could to promote and support Black accomplishment. Oprah Winfrey and Tyler Perry, two of them I could name. Oprah Winfrey has helped numerous of Black African Americans here in the United States, as well as African children in Africa. She had schools built over in Africa for the African children and created jobs for the African teachers. But she's just one person. Tyler Perry is another example. He created numerous jobs in the acting field for Black people. If we had 50 Oprah Winfrey and 50 Tyler Perry today, I truly believe we would have our own world, our own cities built. Our own people and thousands or more Black businesses running them. No, I wouldn't say it would be a heaven, but a lot better than the injustice world we're living in today, which is now. But my title, let me talk about my title. My title is why I feel that rich Black billionaires and millionaires are going to be held accountable for all the other Blacks out there that's struggling with no job, money, place to go, having to depend on other races to help them. The multi-millionaire and the billionaire Black people, you're going to be accountable for not taking care of your people when you were giving the opportunity to make the money. Like all of you could come together and create jobs and housing and workable system for your people. Because in today's world, you Black millionaires have the opportunity. You have the income and the money to do so. I cannot speak about our ancestors, our past ancestors who didn't have the income at the time. We were poor, of course. We were brought into this country with nothing. Our ancestors did the best they could with what they had. And there were a lot of Black activists at that time. I mean, they were activists. They got off their behinds and did something, Now you got rich and poor crybabies. The rich Blacks are always talking about injustice for the Black people in a white man system that never worked in the first place. But yet, the same rich Black people do not care enough about their people to come together with a small percentage of their wealth and start purchasing acres of land and start building their own cities. We have enough multi-millionaires to do so. You could do your research if they're really serious about the Black crisis, I know some of you are saying, oh, it's easy said than done. Why waste time on Black folks? It's not going to work. This mentality of the majority have left us decades behind all other nationalities. Let me tell you something. Everything in life is easy said than done. We know this. Nothing is easy in this world. Now, if you have the passion for it, you can help your people. We can do well. The rich people can come together and help their people. Instead of donating your money to these organizations that is ran by other races of people so they can solve the Black crisis for you. And this is how a lot of wealthy Black people waste money and nothing gets done for the Black community. You should know this by now. But yet these same wealthy people, middle class and poor, complain about injustice thrown upon their Black people when it comes to employment, housing, medical, the entertainment world, and sports. Then on the other hand, you got a small percentage of Black people who feel that they can just go out there and commit crimes against other races of people and not think about the rest of us who has to pay for this. Okay? We, us, as a Black people, have to pay for their actions in society. Now that we have several multi-billionaire black people and several multi-millionaire black people around the world. What's the excuse now? We got to take care of our own people now. You got your own people out there robbing and stealing because they don't have no job. They can't get hired even with a clean record. Now this sounds like a broken record. We know that there are unequal employment for black people. We know that we can't get jobs as easy like other races of people I call straight hair people, because they all basically the same. They're all going to stick together against black people at the end. If we know this, then it is our responsibility, and the black people who has the capital, it is their responsibility to take care of their own people and not depend on Asians, whites, Hispanic people to do so, to do the work for them. Other races with capitals and funds try hard to create employment for their own people, for the next generation and the